Danny Dyer spotted filming Christmas scenes for star-studded movie. Ollie Alexander's surprise cameo in EastEnders leaves fans buzzing. EastEnders fans stunned by Callum Highway's blunder as Nadine's lies unrave. Danny Dyer, star of EastEnders, makes fans happy as he is seen filming important Christmas scenes. The future film, Christmas Karma, is starring the EastEnders icon and is being directed by Bandit-like Beckham maestro Gurinder Chutta. In addition, Eva Longoria, Hugh Bonneville, Boy George, and Billy Porter appear in the film. Danny, 46, is seen in photos sporting a red and gold Christmas sweater with snowflakes and a deer on the front. During one of the sequences, the Mick Carter star was spotted leaning out of a black taxi with a serious expression. Danny has had a busy few months filming The Football Factory 2, which is a follow-up to the original film that came out 20 years ago. Despite their reputation for using drugs and violence, they decide to alter their way of life after an altercation with a rival squad gets out of hand. The story of Tommy Johnson, played by Danny, and his football-mad mates was told in the 2004 film The Football Factory. The film also stars Neil Maskell, Tony Denham, Tamer Hassan, Frank Harper, and Roland Manookian. Unfortunately, the movie wasn't a huge hit and garnered a lot of bad reviews. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an average rating of 4.70/10, placing it at 38%. Nevertheless, a follow-up has been approved, in which Danny will play Tommy once more. With Danny's departure from EastEnders, he became a free agent. When Danny's character, Mick Carter, was killed off in the 2022 Christmas Day special for trying to save his on-screen wife Linda Carter by diving into the English Channel, the show came to an unfortunate end. Watch EastEnders for a cameo by Ollie Alexander in anticipation of the 2024 Eurovision. The singer's band Years and Years and his critically praised series, It's a Sin, were mentioned by the characters. Watch the EastEnders episode from last night to see Ollie Alexander's brief cameo. Alexander visited the famous Queen Victoria pub on Albert Square, where he was introduced as Johnny Carter's friend, ahead of representing the UK at the 2024 Eurovision Song Contest in Malmö, Sweden, on Saturday. The Years and Years leader participated in a scene on the BBC One soap opera. The later character added, "Years and Years," in fact, to the explanation that the two go way back. The singer went on, "We met in a Manchester bar. I must have been intoxicated because I found him humorous." Then he declared to the gamblers that he was going to try to win the Eurovision contest and that he had rehearsals around the corner. Subsequently, Carter called Alexander's Eurovision entry song, "Dizzy," a banger. "And never forget that I'll fly over if you need any last-minute backup dancers." Simple, he went on. Pop musician in response, "Johnny, babe, I want to come out on top. We are all doomed if the UK is forced to rely on your two-step. So, good luck to me." Alexander's leading part in Channel 4's It's a Sin seemed to be mentioned elsewhere by Bianca Jackson, Patsy Palmer. She said, I think it's a sin that he doesn't like girls. If I were in my 20s, I would give him 10 points, Alexander stated. "I'm thrilled to be making my first appearance on EastEnders and in the most iconic pub in the UK," when he announced his presence on the show last month. "I'm overjoyed to have had the opportunity to spend time on set with the incredible cast and crew and meet some true screen legends. I'm so happy I got to spend time on set with the brilliant cast and crew and meet some true screen legends," he continued. Ahead of the grand final that takes place next week, the stage design for this year's Eurovision has been revealed. In other news, the 2024 competition's most likely winner has been made public by bookies' odds. When Nadine Keller's lies were eventually discovered, Callum Highway Police made an error that had EastEnders viewers yelling at the television. Fans of EastEnders were left yelling at the TV after Callum Highway made an apparent police error. In the Queen Vic, Nadine Keller's baby lies were ultimately revealed to Jay in last night's episode. It was recently revealed to EastEnders viewers that Nadine was deceiving Jay Brown by pretending to be pregnant. Billy Mitchell's estranged father, Stevie Mitchell, had unexpectedly appeared on the square. When he saw her reposition her fake bump, he approached her and saw her giving the money Jay had given her for a flat deposit to a girl named Olivia. Nadine then tried to keep her secret under wraps by giving him a large sum of money as hush money. After that, he went to a family get-together at the bar that his great-great-granddaughter Lexi had organized, when they attempted to get him to leave. He resolved to expose her in order to gain the family's trust, even though he received the money and could not remain silent. "I'm not the worst villain here, she is, I promise. She's offered me money to keep quiet about it, but I didn't come back here for money," he yelled. "She ain't it. I came back here for family," he continued. To the Mitchell clan's astonishment, he was poking her abdomen with his walking stick to reveal the phony protrusion. The broadcast from Thursday featured the immediate aftermath, which included Callum Highway looking horrified. All he said was, "Are you laughing?" Nadine objected to her behavior, saying it was not what it looks like. Steve McFadden's portrayal of Phil Mitchell snapped back, yelling, "Not what it looks like. He's clutching your phony infant." Fans, however, were perplexed by Callum's behavior, or rather, lack thereof. They posted on X, the former name for Twitter, pointing out that he is a police officer and expressing amazement that he did not immediately arrest Nadine. "Are you having a laugh?" was all Callum had to ask one of the viewers. Why didn't he take Nadine into custody for defrauding EastEnders of his money? Why didn't Callum arrest Nadine? EastEnders asked a second person. "Officer Highway, I hate to be that person, but why didn't you arrest her?" A third admirer yelled, "She just defrauded your best mate in front of YA. Why didn't Callum arrest Nadine right there if fraud is a crime?" EastEnders questioned a fourth user. Ends warning in EastEnders, Cindy Beale gives George Knight a startling ultimatum. George Knight's troubles are about to get worse as Cindy gives him a harsh ultimatum. Colin Salmon, as the landlord of the pub, has had a busy few months following George's discovery that his adaptation was unlawful. Fans learned that the man he had considered his father for years had killed his biological father. George spiraled after his mother Gloria passed away tragically as well, especially because Eddie had a private funeral for her. The two will fight, and as a result, George will end up in the hospital where he will be diagnosed with a brain ailment that he has developed throughout the years of fighting. The worst affected party is his ex-wife Cindy Beale, whose children Gina and Anna won't talk to their mother since she kept George's battle a secret. Later, he tells her that he plans to attack his adoptive father once more behind closed doors, which infuriates Cindy. Watchers will witness Michelle Collins's character lose it and threaten George if he doesn't quit flirting. What Cindy has over George and whether he will take her warning are still unknown. Rebuilding Cindy's friendship with Gina and Anna has been an uphill battle since she moved back to Walford last year. As part of Ian Beale's comeback narrative, Michelle Collins played the same role she had for 25 years before viewers found out she had never died in prison. BBC fans of EastEnders are perplexed by Callum Highway's error when Nadine revealed. After Nadine Keller was eventually revealed on Thursday night, Callum Highway made a mistake that left EastEnders viewers perplexed. The fact that Nadine is lying about being pregnant and fooling Jay Brown was only recently revealed to fans on Wednesday's episode. Billy Mitchell's father, Stevie Mitchell, is a newcomer to the show and made an unexpected appearance earlier this week. Stevie approached Nadine and she gave him a wad of cash as hush money after he saw her meet with a girl named Olivia, where she gave Jay the money for a flat deposit and adjusted her phony bump. Although it seemed like Stevie would remain silent after accepting the money, he chose to gain everyone's trust when they tried to force him to leave later at the Queen Vic during a family gathering hosted by great-great-granddaughter Lexi. "I'm not the worst villain here, she is, I promise. She's offered me money to keep quiet about it, but I didn't come back here for money," the newcomer said. To the surprise of his family, he poked her baby bump with his walking stick and revealed the prosthetic. "I came back here for family and she ain't it." The emotional aftermath was shown on Thursday's episode, as Jay's family and loved ones expressed their shock at the treachery. When Callum exclaimed, "Are you having a laugh?" Nadine objected, saying, It's not what it looks like. Phil Mitchell yelled back, not what it looks like. Callum was left completely horrified. He's clutching your phony infant. Viewers immediately questioned why police officer Callum had not immediately arrested Nadine on Twitter, now X. Another comment read, hate to be that guy, but why didn't you arrest her, Officer Highway? Another person asked, why didn't Callum arrest Nadine EastEnders? She just defrauded your best mate in front of EastEnders, someone else remarked. If fraud is a crime, EastEnders, why didn't Callum arrest Nadine right away? In the episode, Nadine followed Jay out of the pub after he hurriedly explained why she had lied, leaving Jay feeling crushed. Olivia is a classmate, and Nadine clarified that Olivia was using her as a pawn to get money as Olivia wanted a posh law job and Olivia threatened to expose the company about Nadine's drug usage and sex business. Jay, on the other hand, was unwilling to listen and vowed to contact the police before demanding that Nadine permanently leave, to which she complied. Please subscribe our channel.